think it probably was something that crossed Desiree's mind in the hiring process, but I think there's a very certain type of person and coach that can deal with being under the microscope that we are at the University of Arizona and with a fan base like ours. And I believe that I'm one of those people. So I've really enjoyed the interactions with the fans, the expectations, the standards that everybody's got for our program. That's something that I wanted to be around. That's why I'm really excited to be at Arizona. And so it's definitely been an adjustment because it wasn't like that at Buffalo by any means, but a good adjustment, a welcomed adjustment, and one that I'm excited to make sure that we continue to make our fan base proud and meet those expectations and exceed those expectations.
Yes.
My family and I absolutely love Tucson. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been, let alone lived. We're having a great time just immersing ourselves in the community and getting out and about and doing things and eating different places and just really, really seeing what the city's all about. So it's been tremendous. And then just from a recruiting standpoint, it's been outstanding in terms of the feedback that we've gotten from players that come to Tucson and get to spend a few days there. It's somewhere that they want to live, that they want to go to school, that they want to be. So that's a good thing. It doesn't matter how much I love it if we can't recruit and get players that love it just as much as I do. So it's been a really positive feedback we've gotten from elsewhere as well. Jeff is somebody that I rely on heavily just in terms of, I need something, I'm going to call him. If it's a pressing matter, if it's a serious matter, if it's something where I need somebody to tell me the truth, I'm calling Jeff Wallace, right? I don't want any BS. I need an honest answer. I'm in a bind, whatever the case may be. I'm calling Jeff, Steph Norman was the associate head coach at Louisville when I was there, and she's somebody that I'm extremely close with, and she's now the general manager at Arizona State. And so her and I get together often. We meet in the middle, or she comes to Tucson and we hang out and we talk. And those people and those relationships that I built at Louisville are lifelong, no matter where they are. Steph and I joke all the time. Now we're big rivals, but those relationships are lifelong. And I know at the end of the day, Steph has my best interest at mind, no matter what school she's at. Jeff has my best interest in mind. And, I picked up the phone and called Jeff when this opportunity came about, and he gave me his honest, feedback. And so it's something that I really respect, because I think there's very few people in your life that are just going to be straight shooters with you, tell you the truth, not care if it hurts your feelings. He was the same way with me as a player as he is now as a 35-year-old. So I'm super thankful for that. I think we're really good on the defensive end of the floor. I think we're going to really be able to sit down and guard people and hold people below their average and make things difficult for an offensive team. I think something that remains to be seen is, like, are we going to be able to score it at a high enough clip every night, right? And be consistent. This is a team that I don't think we're going to have somebody that's giving us 20, right? If we can be a stat sheet where you've got 7, 8 kids that are in double figures or flirting with double figures, I think that's going to be our best bet to win basketball games. And we're going to have to do it by committee. We're going to have to do it together. We're not going to rely on somebody every night, like I said, to give us 20 or 25. That's just not how this team is built. So we're ready. I'm going to see more, obviously, on Thursday night, get a bit bigger measuring stick of where we're at. We need to play game minutes together. We need to get game reps together, because no matter how much you do in practice and how much of an environment you put them in a scrimmage or in practice or against practice guys, they need to suit up. They need to have their uniforms on, and they need to go to battle together for a little bit. And so these first 2 exhibition games are going to give us a good measuring stick of where we are, what we need to improve on. But like I said, I'll just be curious to see it. I don't think we have a rotation necessarily locked in yet. We're really still in the process of letting people earn stuff and figuring out which 7 or 8 play the best together. That's my job. It doesn't matter if I like you, if I don't like you, if you're going to help us win, you're going to be in the rotation, right? And so, that's where we're at. I'm still looking to figure out who those 7 or 8 are and looking for some consistency out of some people. I would say I think we're probably going to go about 8, like, confidently and not worried about it. 9, 10. I mean, at this point, there's still question marks, if you go past that point. So, and that's where I'm comfortable. I've never been a coach that's played a ton of people. I really feel like the ones that I rely on, I trust them and I rely on them heavily, and we play them a lot of minutes. And I think that's why a lot of people like to play for me, because if you're one of those people, you're going to be on the floor. I think, like everybody that I've played for, every time I had a coach, I looked up to them a ton and just thought they were the best and the smartest and all those things. Looked up to my brothers. I have 3 brothers. Looked up to all those guys. My mom and dad, I have tremendous parents, but I don't think I had like a professional athlete role model or like somebody that I just worshiped the ground they walked on. I was just really respectful of everybody that was, you know, ahead of me in life and in basketball, and just thought the world of everybody who was trying to make me better. I think if I had a team that didn't mind being picked 14th, I'd be very, very, very alarmed. So, you know, it comes out, it's on social media, they see it, you got to address it, you got to talk about it. We talked about it one time. We're bothered by it. I'm bothered by it. I don't believe that that is, you know, anything that is worth any salt. You know, preseason rankings don't mean anything. And so at the end of the day, we got to prove it. We got to earn it, as we should, as a new program and with nobody returning and all of those things. And so, you know, we're excited about the opportunity, you know, starting this Thursday with our first exhibition game and heading into November 6th, our first real game, to let everybody, you know, really be the judge for themselves when they see this team. Because ultimately those preseason rankings came off of not knowing a single thing about our team.
And then I think I asked you this in your introductory presser, and you kind of mentioned it in my first question, but have you had any really knockout Mexican food? You kind of talked about trying some new places, but do you have like a go-to spot that's you're just like, this is the best Mexican food in Tucson yet?
I love Guadalajara. The tableside guac, tableside salsa is insane. And I like Boca downtown. It's like right by campus. It's like 5 minutes from campus. My girl Maria is the chef there, so I love her as well.